My dad was my legend. I lost him just over 2 years ago on August 31st. Margaret lost her dad. I lost mine. I lost mine to lung cancer. Margaret told you that I'm the chairman of the House Cancer Caucus. I was the chairman of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. When you're in Congress, like Congresswoman Dingell and Congressman Beyer, you get lots of titles. But the only title that really mattered to me was I was the son of Howard Israel, who died of cancer, who died of lung cancer. So for me, for most Americans, this is not a matter of policy, it's personal. It's personal. My dad was a very, very partisan Democrat in a very conservative community in Phoenix, Arizona. And so when I would do the talk shows, I mean, God forbid, if I ever did Fox News, he would call and say, "Why are you doing Fox News? You shouldn't be on that network." And if I would do MSNBC, he said, "You're not liberal enough for my taste. You gotta." He was a guy in 2004. He walked around with a baseball cap in Ahwatukee, Arizona, that said "Dump Bush," and he would call me and say, "Oh, it was great. I had a great day. I got into 4 fistfights today." I'd be, "No, Dad, that's not a great day at all." But the one thing that he and I talked about were that there are some issues that aren't partisan. That aren't about Democrats and Republicans. And if there's any issue that's not partisan, it's this one. It's researching and engaging in the science and the treatment of cancer. I have a company in my district that believes that they are on the verge of a vaccination for Alzheimer's. Can you imagine that? A vaccination for Alzheimer's. Now, anytime you get a member of Congress trying to weigh in on science, that's dangerous territory, because we're the last people in the world who you should listen to about the efficacy of a vaccination on Alzheimer's. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, and unfortunately many of Debbie's colleagues and Don's colleagues and my colleagues, they don't even believe in science. I mean, they don't accept it. So I don't know whether this is going to happen, whether there's going to be a vaccination for Alzheimer's, but I said to this individual who's already put about $30 million of his own money into this, I said, "So what is it? Is it the science that's going to stop this vaccination?" And he said, "Oh no, Congressman, it's the money that will stop this vaccination. We've run out of money. We'll prove the science. It'll take us 3 to 5 years to prove the science. We just don't have the capital." Money should never get in the way of life-saving treatments and research.